Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, March 31st reveal a whirlwind of dramatic confrontations, cryptic warnings, and buried secrets that threaten to explode. The tension in Salem takes a new turn when Jada Hunter, currently caught in the storm of a complicated web of lies, makes a bold move, sending an SOS signal to Belle Black. This action is both urgent and mysterious. Jada, who has been walking a tightrope in her personal life, is no stranger to the struggles of navigating relationships and the secrets they carry. With a dramatic shift in her loyalties and alliances, this call could signal a major turning point. Belle, who has distanced herself emotionally after a brief affair with Jada, finds herself at a crossroads. Her regret over giving in to temptation looms over her, and with Jada reaching out, it seems that Belle's role in this tangled drama might take on an even darker tone. Could Belle be dragged back into the web of deceit and danger surrounding Jada? Will she assist Jada in helping Jada take down someone in their path, or will she find herself further entangled in the chaos she's been trying to escape? As we know, Salem is never short of drama, and Belle's actions could have lasting consequences. Rafe's fierce threats to Jada. As if the suspense surrounding Jada and Belle wasn't enough, Rafe Hernandez steps up with a bold, unexpected move. Known for his typically calm demeanor and measured approach, Rafe surprises both allies and enemies alike with his fierce threats directed at Jada. Rafe's words are loaded with malice, promising that he is ready to take Jada down for good. For those who have followed Rafe's character, this is a significant shift in his usually rational persona. Jada, always confident and seemingly invincible, might dismiss Rafe's threats as nothing more than an empty display of bravado. However, there is more brewing beneath the surface than Jada realizes. As the mystery surrounding Jada's potential shooter begins to unfold later in the week, Rafe may be one of the key suspects. Could Rafe's dramatic predictions be more than just empty threats? Fans will have to wait and see if Rafe's ominous words come back to haunt him, or if they have already set something far more dangerous into motion. Orpheus and Marlena, a dangerous encounter. The tension in Salem takes a darker turn when Orpheus reappears in Marlena Evans' hotel room. Orpheus, a man who has a long, tainted history with Marlena and her loved ones, brings with him an unsettling presence that immediately sends Marlena into a panic. Orpheus, ever the manipulator, has a knack for unsettling those around him, and his taunting behavior during this encounter will only deepen Marlena's fears for John Black's safety. Marlena, ever the caring wife, immediately assumes that Orpheus is somehow involved in John's disappearance, which has become one of Salem's most puzzling mysteries. With John's whereabouts unknown, and the trail growing colder by the minute, Orpheus' cryptic visit only adds to Marlena's growing fear. His ominous hints and taunting demeanor suggest that he knows more than he's letting on, and Marlena's unease reaches a fever pitch. By the end of this chilling encounter, Marlena will find herself caught in a whirlwind of fear and confusion, unsure of what Orpheus is truly plotting. Steve's troubling search for John. Meanwhile, Steve Johnson's relentless search for his best friend John Black takes a troubling turn. Steve, determined to uncover the truth and bring John home, teams up with Paul Narita and Andrew Donovan to break into a building where they believe John may be held captive. The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable as the trio risks everything to find answers. However, things don't go according to plan. Steve, who has been desperately trying to track down John, discovers that the situation is far more complex than he anticipated. What was supposed to be a breakthrough moment turns into another dead end, and Steve's worry for John only deepens. When Steve reunites with Marlena and hears about Orpheus' chilling visit, it's clear that Steve's mission is far from over. With every clue that slips further from his grasp, the question on everyone's mind is, will Steve ever find John in time, or is Salem being pulled into a much darker mystery than they imagined? Shawn and Jada, unspoken secrets and conflicted emotions. Back in Salem, Shawn Brady opens up to J.J. Devereaux, leading to a pivotal conversation about Jada and the secret she's keeping from Rafe. Shawn and Jada, whose one-time affair before the imposter swap has been hanging over them like a cloud, find themselves at a crossroads. Jada has yet to confess the truth to Rafe, and Shawn, still conflicted by his feelings for Jada, wonders if she will ever come clean. For Jada, the weight of her secret is becoming increasingly difficult to bear. She has been walking the line between loyalty to her partner, Rafe, and the guilt of keeping such a monumental truth hidden. Shawn, who has been trying to process his own emotions and his role in the situation, is left grappling with the reality of their complicated past. Will Jada eventually open up to Rafe, or will her secret tear apart the relationship she has tried to build? As Shawn navigates his own troubled feelings, it's clear that the fallout from Jada's actions will have far-reaching consequences for all involved. What's next for Salem? With so many lives hanging in the balance, it's impossible to predict what will happen next. Will Rafe follow through on his threats against Ij? Is Orpheus truly the mastermind behind John's disappearance, or is there someone else lurking in the shadows? And how long can Jada keep her secrets hidden before the truth comes crashing down on her? A family united by love and duty, the search for John Black. In the heart of a bustling Tallinn, a quiet and emotional moment takes place. The scene begins with Marlena Evans, deeply immersed in a conversation over the phone with her son Brady. She urges him to stay home, offering him the solace of safety while the family braces for another challenge. Despite her best attempts to keep him grounded, the weight of their shared past and the gravity of the situation demand that she be strong, not only for Brady but for the rest of her family. As she talks, there's a sudden knock on the door. Surprised but relieved, she opens it, only to be greeted by none other than her son Paul Narita. Without hesitation, he embraces her, a gesture that speaks volumes of the bond they share and the years they've fought through together. Marlena, though touched by his presence, is quick to voice her concern. "You shouldn't have come all this way," she says, worried about the danger he might be walking into. Paul, ever determined, reassures her, his voice steady. "I wanted to be here, Mom. I'm not leaving until we find Dad." His words are filled with a quiet but resolute strength that proves just how far he's come, both as a son and as a person. Over the years, Paul has had his share of struggles, but one thing has always remained constant: his love for his family. He is willing to do whatever it takes to bring John Black home. As the door closes behind them, Paul mentions that his arrival was no accident. He had been sent by Shane Donovan, who has been working tirelessly to help Kimberly in California with her health issues. Paul also insists that even if the odds are almost impossible, his father will overcome whatever is thrown his way. It's a sentiment that resonates deeply with Marlena, who has long known the immense resilience of the man she married. In a rare quiet moment, the two share a conversation, looking back on the journey that brought them here. It's hard to believe, Paul reflects, that in just 2 weeks, it will mark 10 years since he learned the truth about his parentage, that John Black was his father. What was once a shocking revelation has now blossomed into one of the most significant relationships in his life. John's presence in Paul's life, particularly in those early, tumultuous years, changed everything for Paul, and as he recounts it to Marlena, it's clear that finding out the truth about John was, in his own words, the best thing that ever happened to me. Marlena, too, looks back on those years with mixed emotions. Paul's arrival in Salem and the unexpected revelation about his parentage brought challenges, but it also brought undeniable joy. She recalls the harrowing moments when Paul risked everything to save John from the clutches of Orpheus, their shared adversary. It's moments like those that define a family, the willingness to sacrifice for one another in the face of danger. John himself has never been shy about expressing his gratitude for the son who, despite all odds, became his beacon of hope. The heartfelt reminiscences between Marlena and Paul are interrupted by the arrival of Steve Johnson and Andrew Donovan. The gravity of the situation is palpable as they enter, their faces grim with urgency. The atmosphere shifts from familial warmth to focused determination in an instant. "Someone's building a nuclear device here in Tallinn," Steve begins, the seriousness of his words hanging heavy in the room. "John's found the facility where it's being stored. We need to move, and we need to move fast." Andrew, his voice calm but filled with purpose, offers more detail. "I know where it is. I can lead the team in." The mention of a nuclear threat immediately shifts the focus of everyone in the room. John, still missing, has somehow stumbled upon a facility housing a nuclear weapon, a discovery that could change the course of their mission, and their lives. Marlena's eyes widen with concern, her motherly instincts taking over. She steps forward, visibly distressed. "No, I can't let you go. It's too dangerous." The weight of the decision is heavy on her heart. John is already in harm's way, and now the possibility that her son Paul might be thrust into the danger of a nuclear threat fills her with dread. But there is no time for hesitation. Steve and Andrew are both seasoned operatives, experienced in covert missions and high-risk situations. "We're trained," Steve assures her. "We'll be in and out, maximizing our chances for success." It's a pragmatic statement, but Marlena's worry doesn't lessen. Still, she understands the necessity of the mission, and as difficult as it is, she knows the family must stick together. Reluctantly, Marlena agrees to let them go. The sense of urgency is too great. Time is ticking, and every second counts in their search for John, and the nuclear device that threatens everything they hold dear. As they prepare to leave, Marlena's thoughts linger on the man she loves and the man who has been like a son to her. John has faced countless dangers over the years, but this is unlike anything he has encountered before. With the team preparing for their high-stakes mission, Paul and Marlena share a final, quiet moment. Their connection is palpable, their love for John evident in every word. "We'll find him, Paul," Marlena says, her voice unwavering, though the fear in her heart lingers. Paul nods, his expression set with determination. "I know we will, Mom. We won't stop until we do." The story shifts to the high-tech, top-secret facility that has now become the focal point of their mission. The clock is ticking, and every move must be calculated with precision. There's no room for error. As the team infiltrates the facility, they must rely on their training and their teamwork to navigate through dangerous corridors, avoid detection, and disable the device before it can be activated. The suspense is almost unbearable as the team works in synchrony, moving stealthily through the shadows. Each member has a critical role to play, and one misstep could spell disaster. But through it all, their love for John and their unwavering commitment to saving him and protecting the world drives them forward. As they reach the heart of the facility, the team is confronted with unexpected obstacles. The facility is heavily guarded, and their presence has not gone unnoticed. They must improvise, adapting to the changing circumstances, all while knowing that John is somewhere inside, fighting his own battle to stay alive. The tension mounts, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But through sheer willpower, resourcefulness, and a deep-seated love for family, they push forward, determined to bring John home and stop the nuclear threat from becoming a global catastrophe. The episode concludes with a sense of anticipation, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, waiting to see whether the team will succeed in their mission and whether they will be able to reunite with John. The journey is far from over, but one thing is certain: the strength of family, bound by love, loyalty, and sacrifice, will be their greatest weapon in the fight against the forces that threaten to tear them apart. In a world full of danger and uncertainty, the Black family stands united, facing the unknown with courage and determination. Whatever challenges lie ahead, they know that together, they can overcome anything.